All right, guys. So we are back again with the live session. Let's continue to do what we are doing. Very quick. Let's continue to do what we are doing. All right. So I think I was analyzing USD share before everything went blank. I was analyzing USD share. I'll go back to it again. Okay, I'm going to go back to it again. Keep dropping your pairs back in the comment section. Keep dropping your pairs back in. Keep dropping the pairs. All right, so I'm going to continue with the USD share analysis. Let's dive into it very quickly. Very quick, guys. There's no time. Keep dropping the pairs. There's no time. All right, so let's finish up with the USD share, and then from there we move to other pairs as usual. All right, so USD share. Let's begin from the monthly time frame again. So you have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone over here as well. Now, if you look at the entire monthly structure, price was moving to the downside. Now let's get closer and then add more details on the monthly. If you look at the monthly time frame, there's strong level of sell pressure on this monthly resistance level, always pushing price to the downside anytime it makes contact with it. Okay, and you can clearly see that what anytime it makes contact, we see a reversal before it drops. So the first contact we saw what evening star, it dropped. Second time we saw what more bearish engulfing candle, it also dropped. Third time you also see another bearish engulfing candle and it's dropping as usual. Okay, so simple as that. So you have on a monthly time frame, price is dropping all the way to the next support level. It is very clear here on the monthly time frame. But how are we going to be able to find selling opportunity to sell together with price to the downside? Let's take it all the way to a weekly time frame to add more meaning to this analysis. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of USD chef. Now USD chef on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly upper zone and the weekly lower zone as well. Now initially on the weekly time frame, price was what in an uptrend, but it is now in a downtrend. Why? Let's explain. So we saw a push the upside, higher high, higher low, under higher high here, under higher cycle continues to your downside. But since price has not yet completed the lower low on the weekly time frame, we are going to find opportunity to sell to capitalize on that lower low. All right, so let's take it again to the daily time frame where we can understand how price will be able to sell all the way down here as lower low and how we can also capitalize on it as well. All right, so USF, let's take it all the way to a daily time frame to continue. All right, so this is the daily time frame of USD chef. Now USD chef on the daily time frame, let's put meaning into it as well. We have the daily mid-range over here. What happened on the daily? Price has been able to break below the daily as well with a what? With a push all the way to the downside. Now this push of the daily is coming all the way down here as the lower low that we talked about on the weekly time frame. So we are going to find what? Opportunities to sell below the daily support level over here to come all the way down to the what? The weekly support as lower low. So how are we going to be able to pick the sell below here to the downside? Let's take it further to a 4-hour time frame and then complete it. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame of USD chef. Now USD chef on the 4-hour time frame is quite very simple over here on the 4H. We have the 4-hour support level over here. Price also moving in a downtrend. We've seen what lower low, we've seen lower high. There's going to be another lower low, under lower high, and that is where we come in and then we sell all the way down on USD chef. So USD chef, this is also our full and complete technical analysis as well, right? So that's our full and complete technical analysis. So entry comes in after the next push and the next what exhaustion before be able to sell all the way down on USD chef. So USD chef, this is our full and complete technical analysis. All right, let's move to a next pair very quick. Next pair in the comment. Next pair. All right. I'm seeing GBP USD and then GBP AUD quite a lot. GBP USD and then GBP AUD. USD JPY is also in there. All right, so let's get into it. GBP AUD or GBP what? GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD by Cyril. Keep dropping your price. I will surely see them and I will analyze for you. All right. So GBP USD back to the monthly time. What is price doing over here? All right. So on the monthly time frame of GBP USD, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone over here as well. Now, the monthly time frame, price managed to break below the monthly mid-range zone all the way to the downside, giving us what? A lower low. After lower low, it has gone all the way back to complete what? Lower high. So what are we expecting after lower high? Sell pressure all the way to the downside. So GBP/USD, I'm expecting more sell pressure from this resistance level to be able to push the market further to the downside to continue in the downtrend formation that it is in. But for now, let's take it all the way to the weekly time frame. Understand what price is doing over here on the weekly before we can be able to understand how it is going to drop to the downside. Right, so let's take it all the way to a weekly time frame on GBP/USD. All right, so this is GBP/USD on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid-range zone over here. What has price done on the weekly? It has been able to break above the weekly resistance level, which made contact with the monthly as the lower high. So, like I said on the monthly, we are expecting sell pressure from here to bring the market all the way to a downside. Why? Because there's enough sell pressure over here that can do the job for us. Okay, so price would definitely see some amount of sell pressure to bring it all the way down. Now, remember, this is the lower high on the monthly time frame. So we are expecting what? Price to see the sell pressure and drop all the way back to the next support level below. So how are we going to be able to find selling opportunities from here to sell all the way down on GBP/USD? Let's take it further again to the daily time frame for more understanding. All right, so this is the daily time frame of what? The GBP/USD. Now, GBP/USD on the daily time frame, you have the daily upper and the daily lower zone. Price is also moving in an uptrend on a daily time frame. Okay, now on the daily, look at what price did. We saw a push to the upside, higher high, higher low, and we see another push all the way up again. But we are looking for what? Selling opportunities all over from here to the downside. But price currently in an uptrend. So what are we going to do? We cannot do anything about it. We cannot sell now because we are seeing an uptrend on the weekly and then on the daily as well. Okay, so over here, before we can pick any sell, let's go all the way to a 4 hour time. We look at what is happening on the 4 hour and know what to do with this particular pair. All right, so over here, let's take it all the way to the 4 hour. But before we go to the 4 hour time frame, it is also very likely that price may come down as higher low on the daily time frame, and we can capitalize on that for the moment, because all that we're looking for is what? Is selling opportunities right over here. So any sell pressure or any selling opportunity we get, we will sell, because we know that what? Price will see more sell pressure from that angle and then continue to sell all the way down. All right, let's take it all the way to a 4 hour time frame. All right, so this is the 4 hour time frame of GBP/USD. Yesterday, I give you guys an entry over here. Said that if price breaks above, retest, we can buy all the way up again. But that trade became invalid. Price never came back for what? The retest for the entry. So this became invalid. But let's talk about what is happening now. What is currently happening now? Now, on the 4 hour time frame, we are seeing price made contact with the monthly, and then nothing else has happened. Okay, there's no sign of sell pressure from this resistance to sell all the way to a downside. So what are we going to do? GBP/USD, we are just going to wait to see what price will do from here before we come with our entries all the way down on this pair. Okay, so GBP/USD, all that we need to do now is wait for a correct structure and set up around the monthly resistance before we can be able to sell all the way down. All right, so that's it with what? GBP/USD. Let's go to the next pair. Keep dropping the pairs. Keep dropping the pairs. I'm ready to analyze them. I'm seeing USD/JPY by look. USD/JPY. From USD/JPY, I'm going to go to GBP/AUD. GBP/AUD by Yanni St. Patrick. Yeah, Yanni. I haven't seen your name for a long time over here. Yanni St. Patrick. All right, so from USD/JPY, we go to GBP/AUD. Let's go to USD/JPY. What is happening on this pair? Yesterday, we talked about what? Selling opportunities on this pair. Is it still valid? Let's find out as we go through the monthly together. All right, so this is USD/JPY on the monthly time frame. Now, the monthly time frame of this pair, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone over here as well. Now, on the monthly time frame, what has price done? Price has been able to break below the monthly middle zone all the way to the downside. So you can clearly see that on the monthly, we are trading below the middle zone. So if you are trading below the middle zone, who is in control? It is sellers that are in control. So USD/JPY, we are looking for selling opportunities only to the next support level below. How are we going to be able to pick ourselves? Let's take it further to the weekly time frame. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of USD/JPY. Now, USD/JPY, before I complete the analysis on this pair, make sure to click the link that I'm pinning on the live chat to join the free signals group. Okay, as I told you guys, each and every week there's a free signal that I send in the Telegram channel. So make sure to click on the link that I've pinned now on the live chat. All right, let's continue with USDJPY here on the weekly. Now on the weekly time frame, let's look at something over here. We have the weekly mid-range zone over here. If you look closely on the weekly time, price in an uptrend. Look at this: higher high, higher low, another higher high, new higher high, another higher low. But the question is, will buyers be able to push the market from this uptrend to the upside, or sellers will be able to break below and continue selling all the way down? Two questions that requires an answer. Okay, so before we can find the answer, let's take it all the way to the weekly time frame, the daily, to understand what exactly is going on over here in the daily, so that we can know whether buyers will be able to push the market from here to the upside, or sellers will use sell pressure to break below all the way down. Let's find out as we go through the daily time frame. All right, so this is the daily time frame of USDJPY. Now, USDJPY on the daily time frame, we don't see any sign of buy pressure to the upside. All that we're seeing is what is sell pressure. Let me explain. So if you look at the daily time frame, we have the daily mid-range zone over here. Price is in a downtrend on the daily. That's number one. So lower low, lower high, lower low again, lower high, and price is dropping all the way to the downside. So this downtrend on the daily tells us that what sellers are much more in control. Although we are seeing an uptrend on the weekly, but sellers are in control on the daily. You understand? So if sellers are in control here on the daily and they are able to continuously push the market further down, then we can find entries below to sell all the way down on USDJPY. So USDJPY, if sellers manage to break below, then entries will come in and then we sell all the way down. But let's take it again to a 4-hour time frame. Also understand what price is doing over here on the 4-hour before we take our final decision on this pair. All right, so on to the 4H of USDJPY. All right, so this is USDJPY on the 4-hour time. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we also have our 4-hour mid-range zone over here. Price is also moving in a downtrend on the 4-hour. Why? Because we've seen lower low after the break below the support level of the 4-hour. We've seen lower low, we've seen lower high. So this is also a downtrend. So if this downtrend continues, break below further, gives us another lower low, then we can be able to sell all the way down on USDJPY. So USDJPY, if this downtrend on the 4-hour continues and breaks below, then we'll have a new lower low, a new lower high, and then we'll be able to sell all the way to a downside. Someone may ask me, Classy, if price is in a downtrend on the 4-hour time, then why don't we sell from this resistance level all the way to the downside? That's a very good question. Now the answer is that we cannot sell from that angle. Why? Because there's a strong level of buy pressure on the weekly support level over here. So if you decide to sell now, price may hit the support level, find buy pressure, and a reverse, which in that way you're going to find yourself wanting. So you don't want to be in that position to we are going to gladly wait for price to break below, give us a lower low, a lower high, and then we can sell all the way to the downside of this pair. So that's it also for USDJPY. All right, let's move to the next pair very quick. Next pair in the comment. I promise GBP AUD after this. So let me get to GBP AUD by what's the name? The name sounds very nice in my ears. Let me re-mention the name. What's the name again? Yanni St. Patrick. Yanni St. Patrick. It's a very beautiful name. Yanni St. Patrick. I'll be a Roman father. Because the way Saint is added to your name, you should be a Roman father. All right, let's go to the next pair by GBP AUD, Yannick St. Patrick. So GBP AUD, let's get into it. Where is the pair? GBP AUD. Okay, let me just type it over here. GBP AUD. All right, so this is GBP AUD. We can clearly see that we already have a setup on this pair already. But let's go through the analysis together. Why are we looking for a buying opportunity on GBP AUD? Let's find out as I begin from the monthly. All right, so this is the monthly time frame of GBP AUD. Now, GBP AUD on the monthly, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone as well. Price has been able to break above the monthly resistance level, heading all the way to where the next resistance level above. You can clearly see that there's a strong level of buy pressure that price used to break above the level. So you can see these two strong soldiers, or these two strong bullish pins that was able to break above the resistance level of the monthly. So once we have been able to break, then we are going to the next resistance as what? As higher high. But how can we capitalize on the next higher high of the monthly? Let's take it further to a weekly time frame for more understanding. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of what? Of GBPAUD. Now, GBPAUD on the weekly time frame, price also moving in an uptrend, supporting the overall direction of the market. Okay, as you can see, the uptrend began from here. When price broke above, give us what? A higher high, a higher low. We're definitely going to see another higher high, which will make contact with the resistance level over here. So GBPAUD on the weekly time, it is also very clear that we are moving to the upside because price also trading above the weekly resistance level. So we are looking for the entry above the weekly resistance level to head all the way to the next monthly resistance level. It's as simple as that. Now, how are we going to pick the entry? Let's take it again to daily time frame for more understanding. Okay, so this is the daily time frame of GBPAUD. Now, GBPAUD on the daily time frame, we can see what? A daily break or a daily push above the weekly resistance level. And then after a push, what should happen next? A retest or exhaustion before the cycle continues to the upside. So if you look at the daily time frame very well, you can even see that price is almost what? Beginning the retest. Why? Because we have a strong pin bar over here, which is going to bring in sell pressure to retest, and then we go all the way to the upside again. So let's take it all the way to a 4-hour time frame and then complete this setup. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame. This is exactly what we are waiting for here before the entry comes in all the way to the upside. So what? GBPAUD, if price able to complete a retest on the weekly what? Resistance level, then we buy all the way to the upside. So that's also for what? GBPAUD full and complete technical analysis. All right, let's move to the next pair. Next pair very quick. Next pair very quick. Next pair very quick. So what's the next pair? Let's find out. Let's find out. Right, I'm seeing Car Chef by Uche. Uche is saying Car Chef. Let's get to Car Chef by Uche. Uche is saying Car Chef. So Car Chef, let's begin on the monthly time frame. All right, so this is the monthly time frame of Car Chef. Now the monthly time frame, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range, and the lower zone as well. Price is in a downtrend on the monthly time frame, okay? The overall direction to the downside. So what are we looking for? Sells to the downside. Let's explain the what? The weekly or the monthly. So on the monthly time frame, we can see what? A push all the way to the downside, breaking below this what? Mid-range. So where is the push going? The push is heading all the way to the next what? Support level below. How can we what? Pick sells to sell to the next support level below of Car Chef? Let's take it again to weekly for more understanding. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of Car Chef. Now, Car Chef on the weekly time frame, let's put meaning into it. We have the weekly mid-range zone over here. And on the weekly, price was what? Moving in the range or a consolidation period. But the range or the consolidation period has been broken to the downside, which means that we now have a clear path to the next support level below. So Car Chef, all that we are going to be looking for is selling opportunity below the weekly support to the monthly support level below. How do we pick the sell? Let's take it further again to daily time frame for more understanding. All right, so this is the daily time frame on Car Chef. Now, Car Chef on the daily time frame, we can see the break very well to the downside. So this is a very beautiful break to the downside, okay? So on the daily time frame, there's not so much to talk about out here on the daily except for the break below. So let's take it again to the 4-hour time frame where we can locate entry very well to the next support level. All right, let's take it all the way to the 4-hour. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame of Car Chef. Now, Car Chef on the 4-hour time frame, let's put meaning into it as well. All right. So on the 4-hour time frame, what is price doing on the 4-hour time frame? Let's find out. On the 4H, we can clearly see a downtrend which began above over here. Lower low, lower high, equal low, equal lower high. Price has been able to break below. New lower low, new lower high, and the price is dropping all the way to the downside. So Car Chef, can we pick an entry? Yes, we can clearly pick what? A sell to the downside. So entry is going to come in right after the close of this what? Bearish pin. Okay, so if price can close in the bearish pin, then we can find an opportunity to sell all the way to the downside. Okay, so stop loss will be somewhere above over here. Why? Because price can see buy pressure go up a little bit, more sell pressure from here before it drops all the way down. All right. So if price does not drop to the downside continuously and then it goes back to touch the weekly resistance, we can still be in the trade and then we manage to win the trade as usual. Okay. So that's the reason why. The reason why we set stop loss is to win the trade. Now, I always tell my students that stop loss does not only stop your loss, it also guarantees your win. Because there are some trades that you could have won, but because your stop loss was so tight, you lost the trade. So when it comes to push and exhaustion strategy, we don't what? Do that. We don't set tight stop loss. We set stop loss based on the structure of the market. So you need to understand structure, formation of the market before you can know how to set your proper stop loss. All right. So that's the close of what? For cash sell. Okay. So cash sell right after the close of the candle, you can sell all the way down. Okay. So if you sell and you see price going backwards, don't worry, it will surely come back again. That's why you set the stop loss above. You get it? So that's the close of what? Cash sell. Let's move to the next pair. Next pair in the comment. All right, I'm seeing AUDJPY by Amukali. Amukali Chibeze. Amukali Chibeze is saying AUDJPY. Keep dropping your pairs. I will see them. I'll analyze for you. But don't forget to also join the free signals group. The link is pinned on the live chat. The link is also in the bio. The link is also in the description. So make sure to join the free signals group from those links. All right. So AUDJPY, let us also begin on the monthly time frame. Where is the direction on AUDJPY? Where is price going? And how can we pick entry also into that direction? Let's find out very quickly. Now, on the monthly time frame of AUDJPY, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. On the monthly, price broke below the middle zone to a downside, giving us what the lower low. After lower low, it went up for lower high, and it's dropping all the way down back to the next what level below. So if you look closely, price is indeed dropping all the way down to the next support level of the monthly time because we are in a downtrend. Simple as that. Now, how are we going to be able to find selling opportunities to sell all the way down on AUDJPY? Let's find out as we take you through the various time frames together. So let's go to a weekly time frame to add more meaning to this what analysis. All right. So this is what AUDJPY on the weekly time frame. Let's put meaning into it. Now, on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid-range zone over here. What has happened in the weekly? Price also in a downtrend. We've seen lower low, we've seen lower high, and the price has been able to break below. Right. So AUDJPY, since the weekly is also in a downtrend, then what are we looking for? More selling opportunities to the downside. So AUDJPY, we are looking for more sales because the weekly is also giving us what a downtrend. Now let's take the daily and then add more info to this analysis. All right, so this is the daily time frame of AUDJPY. Now AUDJPY on the daily time frame, we also have the daily upper zone and the daily lower zone. Price is also in a downtrend on the daily, supporting the overall direction. Where's the downtrend? We saw a break below the daily support, giving us a lower low. After lower low, what happens next? Lower high. The cycle continues like that to a downside. So AUDJPY, price should be able to go all the way up over here, complete the lower high on the daily resistance, where we pick our sell to sell all the way to a downside on AUDJPY. So AUDJPY, let's take it further to a 4-hour time frame and then prepare for entry to the downside. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame of AUDJPY, and then like we said on the monthly or the daily, price should be able to go the way, retest this as lower high, where we find selling opportunity to sell all the way to the downside. So AUDJPY entry comes in right after the retest of the daily resistance as lower high before we sell all the way to a downside. It's as simple as that as well. All right, let's go to the next one in the comment section. Let's go to the next one in the comment. All right, I'm seeing gold. I think we did gold previously, but I'll go through it for you. I'll go through it for you. Okay, financial freedom. I'm gonna do good for you. Okay, but let me finish up with other pay because we've already done good. So I'm seeing GBPJPY and then UJPY as well. GBPJPY, UG. I'm also seeing BTC. Let me check out the BTC USD. Is there a chance for us today on entry? Not yet for BTC USD, not yet. All right, let's go to other pairs. Let's go to what is the pair? UJPY. UJPY. Keep dropping your pairs in the comment section. I'll see them and analyze for you. All right, so UJPY. We had a setup over here where we said that if price breaks below the monthly support level, we look for selling opportunities all the way down. But price has failed to break below, so this setup has become invalid. But is it still in a downtrend? Can we still sell on UJPY? Let's find out as we go to the time frames together. right? So UJPY, I'm going to start again on the monthly. Let's go to a monthly. All right, so this is the monthly time frame of EuroJPY. Now, EuroJPY on the monthly time frame, look at this. We have the monthly upper zone, the mid range, and then the lower zone. Price is in a downtrend on the monthly. Why? Because initially it was an uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high again, higher low, but it failed to go all the way up. Instead, it broke below, gave us a lower low, a lower high, and has dropped all the way down over there. So if you look closely, this is even what? A reversal pattern. Most of you guys call it what? A head and shoulder formation, which is very what? Precise, or which is very what? Good. This is a reversal pattern. Now the question is, will buyers be able to push the market from the support level back to the resistance, or are sellers going to come in strongly at some point and then move the market all the way down? So two questions that requires an answer. Are we going to be able to see buyers go up, or are we going to see sellers break below? Let's find out as we go through the other time frames together to find the answer to this question. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame of EuroJPY. And EuroJPY on the weekly time frame, we are still seeing strong level of buy pressure from this what monthly support level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Strong level of buy pressure now, which has pushed the market all the way up. So you can see this strong bullish candle. Okay, so has the question been answered? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Okay, because I can still see that there's a level over here that we need to touch, or we need to talk about, or we talk about on a daytime frame. Okay, so although we are seeing buy pressure from here to the upside, it's not that clear that price will manage to get to this resistance. So let's take it again to the daily before we can what finally analyze or finally bring a conclusion to the direction. All right, let's go to daily. All right, so this is the daily time frame. On the daily time, what do we see? We see a downtrend on a daily. Okay, we see a downtrend daily. So there are two things over here that we need to understand. Now, on the day time frame, this is what a lower low, lower high, equal low, and equal lower. This is a very beautiful downtrend. So as a downtrend, there can be sell pressure from here to bring the market all the way down. Buyers can also manage and break above to go to the upside. So this is the bridge as to who is going to win the direction. So over here, we are on what? Weekly, or we are on daily resistance. So it's either price breaks below to move to the upside, or sellers what? See sell pressure and then bring it all the way down. So this is the bridge as to whether buyers will take over or whether sellers will take over. You understand? But let's take it all the way to the 4 time frame and then prepare for both, because we're on the resistance level. Price can sell, it can buy. Okay. Why are we preparing for both? Because there's a strong level of buy pressure on the monthly support level. Everything has a reason. Okay. So there's a strong level of buy pressure on the what? Monthly support level. So buyers can take over. There's also a sell pressure from the what? Resistance level of the daily. Sellers can also take over. So let's prepare for both. All right, so this is what? EuroJPY on the 4-hour time frame. Now the 4-hour time frame, price was in an uptrend. We've seen price break above the resistance level of the 4H with a push all the way to the upside. So if this uptrend continues, we may see something like this. Retest, break above, retest again, and we can what? We can buy to the upside. So if we see a break above the weekly resistance level, then we can have an entry after retest of this same level. But if you don't see a break above, and instead all that we see is a break of structure, then we can also decide to also sell. So if price does not break above from here, like the first one that I did, and it breaks below like this, then we are also going to sell all the way to the downside. So this is also going to be our sell setup. Okay, and our buy setup is also in this manner. If price breaks above from here, retest, that's also going to be our buy setup all the way to the upside as well. So that's it also for what? USJPY. Okay, we are looking for what? Buy and sell on both. Whichever that plays out, we go with it. All right. So that's it also for what? USJPY. Let's go to the next pair. Next pair in the comment section. Let's see. CAD-JPY, USD chef has been done. Okay, I've done USD chef. That was the first pair that I did. So with this particular live, just go all the way to the front. Okay, go to the beginning of this live. You're going to see USD-JPY. All right, let's go to CAD-JPY. 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 Okay, so this is CAD-JPY. Yesterday we did some analysis on CAD-JPY. As you can see, the setup is already on. But let's talk about CAD-JPY. Is it still valid? Can we sell now? Let's find out as we go through the various time frames together. All right, so this is CAD JPY also on the monthly time frame, very similar to the Euro JPY that we just did. So CAD JPY, you have the monthly upper, the mid range, and the lower zone. Price has been able to break below the middle zone to the downside, giving us a lower low. After lower low, we've seen lower high. Are we going to see continuational push to give us new lower low? And the cycle will continue like that. Let's find out as we go to the various time frames together. So CAD JPY currently, since price have seen sell pressure from the resistance level here, it is dropping all the way back to the next monthly support level. So let's find a way to sell all the way to a monthly support level before price we decide to break, and we can be picking sales below as well. All right, so let's take it all the way to a weekly time frame. All right, so onto a weekly time frame of CAD JPY. Now this is CAD JPY on the weekly time frame. We have the weekly mid-range zone. Price has been able to break below the weekly mid-range zone to the downside. So we're expecting what? This break below to hit the what? The support level as lower low, as I explained on the monthly. So here, more selling opportunities is what we are looking for to sell all the way to the what? The support level. Let's take it again to the daily time frame for more assistance. All right, so this is the daily time frame of CAD JPY. Now, CAD JPY on the daily time frame, what is happening over here? We are seeing what? A daily push all the way to a downside, breaking below the daily support level over here. Okay. Now, after this daily push, now what I'm currently seeing now is this what? Bullish pin. Will this bullish pin be able to go for daily retest before price sells, or are we going to see sell pressure right exactly from here to complete the daily lower low? Let's find out as we go through the 4-hour time frame. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame of CAD JPY. Now, CAD JPY on the 4-hour time frame, price is what? In a downtrend. But something is happening over here which we need to take a very good closer look at. Okay, so we initially had our resistance level over here. This is where our resistance level is. But I can see that price has created another one resistance level and I has broken above it. Let me show you. Let me show you something over here. Look at this. Price has created a resistance level over here and has broken above it. Okay, so this tells us that what? We may not see sell pressure now, which will bring the market down, but we're going to be seeing something like a retest. Then price will go all the way up there before it sells all the way down here. Okay, but if price retest this particular area, there's no way that we are picking what? Buy, because there's still sell pressure here enough that can bring the market further down. So CAD JPY, what I can clearly tell you is that let's wait for price to get to the daily resistance so that it can seize more sell pressure from the resistance level of the weekly and also from the daily itself, and then it will be able to push further to the downside. So CAD JPY, I will prefer entry at the daily resistance or the weekly resistance so that I can sell with what? With more confidence to the downside on CAD JPY. So CAD JPY, this is our full and complete analysis. Okay, let's wait for price to get to the resistance level. You can buy over here if you clearly know what you are doing, but I'll be waiting for price to get here before what? My sales will come in all the way to the downside. All right, so that's it also for CAD JPY. Let's go to the next pair. All right, so UNZD by HBM Text FX. Let's go to UNZD. I'm seeing a lot of pairs. I'll see if I can analyze all of them. Okay, I'm seeing GBP, JPY. I think we've done JPY pairs a lot. Let's go to other categories as well. I'm seeing NZD card. That's also a good pair to look into. Okay, so UNZD, what is happening? Let's find out. All right, so this is UNZD on the monthly time frame. What I spiced down on UNZD. Monthly upper zone, monthly mid-range zone, monthly lower zone. Price has been able to break above the monthly middle zone and is heading all the way up to where? To the next resistance level of the monthly. Now, how are we going to be able to find buying opportunities to the next resistance level of the monthly? Let's take it further to the weekly time frame to understand the weekly structure. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of Euro NZD. Now, Euro NZD on the weekly time frame, we can see what a very beautiful uptrend over here. What happened on the weekly? Price made a weekly push, higher high, higher low. They has created a new high. We expect another higher low before we go all the way to the upside. So Euro NZD, if price drops all the way back for another higher low, that is where you're going to pick an entry to buy all the way to the upside. So here we're waiting for the retest of this one monthly support level before we can buy all the way up. Let's take it all the way to a daily and a 4-hour time frame to check things up over there. So this is the daily time frame. On the daily time, we are also seeing the exact same thing, a break above, which has made contact the weekly resistance. We expect some retest also before the cycle continues to the upside. Let's go the way to the 4-hour and look at what we can also describe from there. All right, so this is also the 4-hour time frame. The exact same thing is happening. So this one, we're also looking for a retest before an entry comes in all the way to the upside. So UNZD, this one is a very quite simple analysis. All that we need to see now is a retest before what more buyers comes into the upside again. So that's it also for what UNZD. I think this one is quite simple. Let's go to the next one. I'm seeing UAUSD and gold. Okay, UAUSD and gold. All right, let's talk about UAUSD. All right, so UAUSD, oh, massive. All right, let's talk about this pair. Let's go all the way to the monthly time frame. Wow. I like this. I like how price, has been able to break about the resistance level of the monthly. Let's talk about it. Now, USD on the monthly time frame, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone as well. Now, on the monthly time frame of this pair, we saw lower low, lower high. The price dropped down, no. But what has it done? It has been able to break above the resistance level. Now, since price has been able to break above the monthly resistance, where do you think we are going next? We are going to the next resistance level above. How can we buy to the next resistance level above? Let's take you to the various time frames and find out. Okay, so USD, I can now see what? A perfect movement. Okay, price is indeed reversing. But let's look at it on the weekly. This is the weekly time frame of what? USD. Now, USD on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid-range zone over here. What has price done? It has been able to break above the weekly mid-range zone all the way to the upside with a very strong push. Look at the candle over here. This is not just an ordinary, this is a very strong bullish candle, which broke above the weekly resistance and also above the monthly resistance, which tells us that there's more buys in the system. So we are looking for the entry above here to move all the way to the upside. Let's take it again to the daily time frame. All right, so this is also the daily time frame of USD. Now, USD in the daily time frame, beautiful uptrend over here. Okay, you have the daily mid-range. So what happened in the daily? Price gave us a push, exhaustion. More buy pressure came in. After making contact with the resistance level, we didn't see any form of what retest again on the daily before price went up. But we can only see what a strong push to the upside, which tells us that what there's more buyers in the system. Okay, because if the buyers were not so strong, then we will have seen what sell pressure from here as retest before price will go all the way up. But because the buyers were strong, they just broke above the monthly resistance very easily. Remember, this is a monthly resistance, not just any ordinary resistance. So buyers breaking above it very easily tells a lot of story. Now let's take it all the way to a 4-hour time frame and then prepare for entry above to the upside. All right, let's go to 4H. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame of USD. So we are waiting for what? Retest in some form before what an entry can come in all the way to the upside. So USD retest before entry will come into the upside of this pair. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if price is going to continue pushing to the upside, but all that we're waiting for is a retest. Okay, whether price comes for the retest now or it goes a little bit up before coming for the retest, we are waiting for the retest before we can buy all the way to the upside. So that's it also for what? Euro USD. All right, let's go to the last pair. Probably maybe the last pair because I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Let me see. Okay, let's go to the gold. Gold has been mentioned quite a lot. Let's go to gold. All right. So gold, we have this setup on gold. Let's talk about it. By beginning on the monthly time frame, weekly. So gold is the last pair, guys. I'm tired. If I wasn't able to analyze your pair, drop it in the comment section of this video. I'll look into it for you when I get the free time. Okay, I'll look into it. Probably make a video and tag you with it. All right. So let's go with what? Gold, our last pair for today. So before I analyze gold, make sure that you have joined the free signals. The link is on the bio or the link is in the description of this video. The link is also pinned on the live chat. You can click on it and enjoy it. And don't forget to also subscribe to the channel for me if you love what I'm doing. If you find this very, very unique and very, very educative, make sure to also subscribe and turn on the bell notification as well. All right. So gold, let's start with the analysis on the weekly. So we have the weekly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. Price made the weekly push higher high, weekly exhaustion higher low, and weekly continuational push, which has been able to break above the previous higher high. So if price breaks above previous high, what does it do? It goes up to create a new higher high at the next resistance level. All right. So gold, you're looking for more buying opportunities from this area all the way to the upside. Now, how sure are we that buyers will be able to push the market from here to the upside to reach the next resistance level of the monthly or the weekly? Let's find out as we take you through the daily time frame. So let's go to a daily. All right, so this is the daily time frame of gold. Now, gold on the daily time frame, we can see an uptrend over here on the daily. Where's the uptrend? We have the daily resistance and the daily support level over here. Price moving an uptrend on the daily time frame, push exhaustion, push exhaustion, push exhaustion, push again, and then we are seeing what more buy pressure pushing the market all the way up. So this one, a very beautiful uptrend structure on the daily time frame. And as I said, we're looking for more buying opportunities to the upside. So this is where we're going to be looking for the buying opportunity to buy all the way to the upside on gold. Now, how do we pick the buy? Let's take it all the way to the 4 hour time frame and prepare for the entry to the upside. So gold, let's take it to the 4H. All right, so this is the 4 hour time frame on gold, and this is where we are looking for our entry to the upside. Now, gold on the 4H time frame, we have the 4H upper zone and the 4H lower zone as well. Price and uptrend of 4 hour time frame supporting the overall direction of the market. Higher high, higher low. We're expecting a new higher high, a new higher low, and then we buy from here all the way to the upside of gold. So gold, this is also our full and complete technical analysis. Okay, so this brings us to the end of today's live session. Thank you all for joining in. Remember to stay classy and trade classy. Those of you that are looking for my contact for either mentorship or VIP signals, make sure to check the link in the description, or just go to the description of this video. My contact and everything is available. You can contact me anytime, any day, anywhere. Thank you all for joining in today. Stay classy and trade classy. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning and also in a Telegram channel for more updates and signals as usual. Peace, guys. I'm out for the day.